Hey everybody, Jamie from the Rain Doctors YouTube channel, and today it's wet, it's chilly. I think it's like 12 degrees Celsius here, which, mid 50s or low 50s for those of you who don't follow what we have in Canada for our Celsius versus Fahrenheit. And today I'm reminded of a discussion I had with my brother many years ago. He said, when people come to your marine dealership, he works at a marine dealership as well, but he said when people come to your marine dealership, they come for OEM. Yes, I'm going to say yes. If they come in, and I guess we were actually talking about oil at that time, and he said they're not coming in to buy Sierra oil, they're coming in to buy Mercury oil, because that's what we sell, because they want what they believe is going to be the best for their engine. So don't worry, this isn't me discussing oil, because when they stand there and they say, well, what is the difference between Sierra oil and Mercury's oil? I look at them with that look that says, I really should have paid closer attention when I was in chemistry. Well, apart from that, what I really want to talk about is in the world today, OEM is fantastic, but OEM can be expensive. And there's a lot of other places that you can purchase items from. Now, before you guys hit skip, hear me out. There's Amazon, there's Temu, there's Alibaba, places like that. Now, you're thinking, well, that's all cheap garbage. And well, maybe for the most part it is. But there are some things out there that are very good and for way less money. Now, we have a client, and right now he's in the process of bringing up one of those Yamaha engines, or mock Yamahas, I guess they are. And I think he bought it on Alibaba. So right now I think it's trying to clear customs. It's tough to get that stuff into Canada because of our emission laws. So once he gets it, I'll talk to him, I'll see how it is. He'll probably bring it in for me to have a look at. And if I can, or if I remember, I'm sure I'll remember, but if I can, I'll make a video on that engine so you guys can see what they're all about. Now, why am I discussing this? It's because we've got different levels of customers. We've got customers that are more than happy to spend on OEM and believe that that's their best opportunity, or best choice, I should say. And there's others that are thrifty. Now, by thrifty, I mean, here, I'll show you a boat over here that someone brought in. This person, in all likelihood, really doesn't care if they have OEM products or not. So he bought a used boat for $700, right? If I put Sierra oil into there, well, mind you, we don't carry it anyway, but if I put Sierra oil or sold him Sierra oil, it wouldn't matter. He saved $1 or $2 and he's happy, okay? Now, I've got in my hand a filter. Now this filter that I have, and I'll show you shortly, is from an L4 Mercury. So they were made from 2006 and a half through 2013. To replace that filter through OEM, it's almost $300. Okay? This little bad boy that I have in my hand, this guy, okay, this is exactly what it is, was $30 on Amazon. Yep. So we brought a couple in a while back and we tried them out, and lo and behold, they fit snug, they stay on, and they work. But how do we explain that? How do we explain that? Well, how can they make it for so cheap? And I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to explain it this way. When companies buy these products originally, so let's say, for example, let's just say that this filter right here is identical to what Mercury sells and is the same product. It's the amount of people that get their hands in between that resell it that make it so expensive. What I'm saying is, we might be buying this not from the manufacturer, but from a distributor. And then after the distributor is the wholesaler. And after the wholesaler is the retailer, right? So we're buying this 2 or 3 steps below a retailer, I should say. So that's why some of this stuff is so inexpensive. Now, does that mean that I would go out and I would buy a starter or something from one of these places? In all likelihood, no. And I'll explain that as well. We had one of our reps come in and I say, hey, how can we justify to a customer that this $300 starter that we're trying to sell them is available on Amazon for $120? And he said, well, it's going to be the build quality. So yeah, that along with the retail versus the wholesaler versus the distributor. He said, if you ever take one of them apart and look inside, you'll see why. They use inexpensive parts to pass along the savings that we believe that we're going to be having. And this can be more so said with the electronics. So a power pack or switch box, for example, may have 23-cent capacitors in it, whereas the OEM version may have $3 capacitors in it that are definitely going to hold up a lot better over time than the inexpensive ones. And we've seen this in the automotive industry with ECMs, for example. I used to own a Dodge Stealth, and there was the capacitors in them that would fail over a certain period of time, heating up, cooling down, and heating up, and they'd start to bleed out. And this is because they used inexpensive capacitors to obviously lower the price and or increase the margin of profit that they made on these ECMs when they originally sell them in the car. Now, that doesn't mean that this applies to all of the aftermarket electronics, but for the most part, I would say the expensive stuff that you're attempting to replace, probably go with OEM, or if you're gonna go with aftermarket, go with companies like Sierra or GLM or CDI. Those are always good options. Oh, got a customer pulling up. Looks like I'm gonna have to end this video real quick. Those are really good options. Plastic things like or bilge pumps or things like that you can purchase inexpensive. Sorry guys, I'm swatting mosquitoes and stuff at the same time. But if you can purchase those types of things online, that's definitely a good buy. I think that type of thing will last for an extended period of time. Again, I think that's just more middlemen or have been removed from the equation. But okay, I got to end this. Unfortunately, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I got to get up front and see what that customer wants. Thanks for watching.